All right, so this is the third question that you should know for the final, and I strongly recommend you again to stop the question along the time and try to answer to the questions by yourself, right? So read the information and try to figure out, right? So now, what this question is about. They are giving you an average weekly employment benefits, and they are randomly selected of state are listed below, right? So here we have a certain number of data and we are looking for standard deviation. All right, so the standard deviation here, this is an important thing. They say randomly selected of state are listed, all right, employment benefits. So this is a sample, guys. This is not the population. So by consequence, if you have a sample of data and you're gonna go and look for a standard deviation, although they did not specifically told you, are we looking for the population standard deviation or the sample standard deviation, you know yourself that you're working on a sample. All right, so by consequence you are looking for the sample standard deviation. I hope this is clear, right? So how can I proceed with this? Again, I have to use the calculator. Again, I'm using the calculator because this is the easiest way, I think. All right, you don't have to do a lot of work with on Excel or anything. So we start with the start again, and we're gonna edit. And usually the table again have certain numbers. So if I have more data here coming up than the previous one, I can override them. So without clearing the table, I can start entering 272 here, enter. So this will be overwritten, the first data, right? And then 239, sorry. Make sure you don't make a mistake. So here the mistake will cost dearly. So 289 here, 214. All right, 276, 252, 290. All right, 209, 251. Okay, I would verify the data that you enter, right? So you don't want to make many mistakes here. All right, 272, 3110, no, 310, sorry, 321. Okay, again here you have to get a list bigger than the previous one in order to overwrite. Otherwise you will have remaining numbers and that will have to delete them. Okay, so no further ado, standard deviation, we're gonna do exactly the same thing. So usually you're gonna go to start here, start, and then you're gonna go to calculate menu, and usually we use the first one only, right? So enter, the list is 1 usually, and frequency is 1, or skip it, and L is gonna be this one, right? So let me remind you again that we are working on a sample of data. So what you are concerned about, not this sigma, this is sigma s, you want to look for the sx, your sample standard deviation. The sigma x is a population standard deviation. So your number that you're looking for, you want to round it at least one decimal place, you're going to be 40.2. all right, 40.17 or 40.2. so 40.2 here. Okay, at least one decimal place it should work. Okay, this is the first part. We are going, what's next? All right, range rule of thumb is, all right, what is the range rule of thumb again? So let's clear this. Range rule of thumb. Range rule of thumb is going to be the range divided by 4. Or what is the range? Is the maximum minus the minimum divided by 4. This is not the same formula that we used before, right? It's not the mid-range. This is maximum minus minimum divided by 4. Or what is the maximum? You can refer to your calculator again if you drop down this menu a little bit. So you can see the minimum and the maximum in the same screen. You don't have to look, you don't have to go and search into the data. So this is going to be 321 minus 190 divided by 4. And again, let the calculator do it. So I can exit this menu here and type it in 321 minus 190. Enter. And then divide by 4. And that's going to be 3275. Okay, so you know what you're going to do. Here they want you to round it to 1 decimal place, so you're going to be 32.8. 32.8. And that's basically it. Now let's see here. All right, so there is a statement here, and of course you're going to tell them that this formula is working, although it's 40.2 and 32.8. They are not really close to each other, but it does prove, all right, prove a reasonable estimate. All right, so here they are taking the rule of thumb and the real one, they are almost closer to each other. Now, yeah, why not, right? So that's what you're going to just say. Okay, I hope this again is gonna help. Let's stop